Friends, we discussed about the need for a new world order before we can select or choose or plan or devise or develop any new system. We need to understand what is the current order and what are its problems. Let us look at our current system. World today has more openness, globalization. People are able to travel from one end of the world to another and even to the outer space. People are able to do businesses in different worlds. Different worlds means different places like communist, dictatorial, controlled societies, and democracies everywhere. Education is free and available to all. In democratic setups, there are no wars within the states or groups. All agencies are available. Redressals through human rights groups, NGOs are applied. Politics has taken over everything in the modern world, and people are happily pursuing politics as an undeclared business and profession. This is where the catch is. World is better, world is happier as compared to those where either there was slavery or there were wars among the neighbors. But in democracy or in the name of democracy, politics has become a business. In earlier societies, there were kings, royals, leaders, tribal heads who controlled the people and directed them to fight against each other for domination, for looting, for capturing on various excuses. People were happy because they only knew they can only survive by toeing the line of the leader, eat, drink, sleep, and do not think of anything else. Today, in democracy, human thinking process has become open. Everybody thinks can become a prime minister or a president or a minister or a politician. Hence, everybody thinks can become a king or a queen. And hence, there are not armed wars, but there is a new rise of struggle which does not let people sleep. Hunger for money, money is needed for power, money is needed for doing everything in modern world. Therefore, even politics has become a source of earning. Probably there is more money in politics. The people who could not earn a proper living by doing any worthwhile job are billionaires by becoming politicians. Hence, politics has become the most sought after profession of the modern world. Whether in democracy, whether dictatorship, whether communists, any form, anywhere, politics is the most sought after profession today. But is this creating happiness? Day and night demonstrations, fighting against each other. Technology has given the media, but media is become the mouthpiece of those who can spend the money. And hence all the time you are living as if the war is starting tomorrow. as if this group is going to kill that group. It is worse than dying. You cannot live in peace because you're all the time being bombarded by slogans, by shoutings, by demonstrations, by the political activities. And all this is happening because there is too much of freedom to create party. Anybody who collects few lakhs or crores of rupees sets up a new party and becomes a leader. He starts representing the world. He may be representing only a few hundred of its own. Caste, community have become the tools, not the place of respect. Earlier, castes were respected for their own good deeds, castes were disliked for their bad deeds, but today, caste has become an instrument of power. Politics being fought on caste lines, community lines. Is that the world which will be a safer world? We may see that there are less wars than before, but these wars are going to be more dangerous. Earlier, people fought with sticks, swords, arrows, bows, fists, mostly physical short range. Today, the wars are nuclear, biological, missiles and guns of long distance. You don't even see your enemy, but you live the threat of being killed. So neither you can live, nor you can rest, nor you can do worthwhile creative job because politics in today's world has become the instrument of power, money, and influence. Therefore, I think the first issue intellectuals, thinkers, those who have concern for the world should think about it a good political order. Existing political order has evolved from the good old zamindari or local head to royal to jamidar to kings, more or less dictatorial forms. Then came the public, became communists, which also was a sort of a evil controlling the world. In the name of for everyone according to capability, from everyone according to capability. Those in power exploited those less powerful, and it was a world of exploitation, the result of which we saw in breaking of Germany, breaking of Russia, and now China is also more or less on the same line. Korea had broken. So point which is coming is democracy by far was the more stable, most stable of all the forms, and then it took the form of capitalist in United States. But in both places there is no peace. Why? First, party system. You Western world has more or less stabilized by reducing the number of political parties and all working for the good of the nation. But countries like India, where there is no limit on political parties being formed every day, and everybody is fighting, and there is no law which defines what is good for the country and what is not good for the country. Law even may define by who will implement it. The law implementing agencies are also politically aligned, biased, and and the result is in front of us. Therefore, the first new order for the political world, if you want to have a world which is happier world, should it not be only one political party? Like you have IAS, IPS, IRS, why not create a new line of political leaders? National Political Service, NPS, National Political Service. In India, it can be called Indian Political Service. Elsewhere, they can adopt. The goal should be politicians are to serve the people. Their job is to understand the people's problems and requirements and represent it in various paths, including creation of the new laws and guidelines. So, first reform in the political system should be to reduce the number of political parties to one. And if you think you need somebody to tell the opposite part also or to show the mirror on doing wrong, another political party, but not more than two. Not more than two. All are national. Those who want to do politics as a business can go to the for or against, but only two political parties. This could be the first reform, and if it goes globally, then there will be a world government also with the two parties for the goodness of world and for showing the shortcomings of the ruling or goodness of the world party. Probably this will pave the way for unification of the globe or the world, and all world communities may come together. United Nations should become a body of, it was initially the body of world nations, but today it has become divided. If whole world will have only two parties, then United Nations will also have only representation of two parties and not more. And let them work only for the first motto, all people in the world will have opportunity to live and work, opportunity to pursue their creative requirements, but the demands will be limited to the level of work they do, and they will not be demanding more than what they can deserve by their own work. Minimum benchmark, survival. Minimum benchmark, minimum work has to be done for survival. And the duty of the political party or the government all over the world and in every nation should be to ensure every physically capable, mentally capable person is given an opportunity to work, is rewarded for the work, is provided opportunity to live and enjoy its creative pursuits, and live a happy, joyful life within the defined boundaries. But nobody will try to eat into each other. Nobody will try to threaten each other. There will be a world government political forum which will correct all aberrant nations. Let's have the first new world order, the two political parties for the people, and second, only showing what is not done for the people. Opposition to show where the ruling is failing. Corruption should have no place. Anyone not doing job should be shifted, another one should be brought. Nobody should have a birthright or heretical right to own a chair or a position. Everyone, according to their own capability, should get a chance to work and get rewarded. Nobody takes away the whole world or nobody lives hungry. Everybody is paid. The collective ownership of the nation, collective ownership of the resources of the nation, collective ownership of its children and youth by the nation who looks after everybody. Let us begin with the first reform. Please consider, suggest modifications, think how it can be adopted, Let us create a political system not of parties but national service. Politics as a national service for and showing what is not being done. A position to show where the ruling is failing. That should help us in creating the first step of the new world order. God bless all. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai God.